It is my great pleasure to host this fireside chat. Normally, I would spend a few minutes introducing the guest speaker, but today, for sure, my guest speaker needs no introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me and welcome CZ.
Hi, Dintao. Yeah, how are you? Yeah, hello guys. Yeah, so my name is CZ, CEO of Bainense, and sorry I couldn't make it this time just due to scheduling conflicts. I've been to Hong Kong many times. I really like it, so I'll definitely attend the next one in person.
Take a look at the user experience. There is still a gap between Web 2 and Web 3 applications, I think, which stops users on board in Web 3 in a way. Where do you think CeFi can do better to further improve the user experience and bring more people into the Web 3 world?
Yeah, absolutely. So I totally agree that today a Web 3 CeFi experience is actually not that great from a user perspective. You have to register, you have to do a 2FA, you have to use a hardware key, and then you have the KYC, you have to proof of address, and then you still get risk control at different times, right? So the most of Web 2 have no KYC, right? Web 2 are most social media, if you do a search, if you use Google, if you use WeChat, you don't have to do KYC. And so that the user experience is definitely not as simple as just using internet. And also DeFi, right, today, most DeFi don't have the KYC, AML processes. That's actually simpler to use. But today, most people prefer to use CeFi because most people are more comfortable with using an email, password, and customer support. And if they lose the password, then they can call, somebody to fix it for them, and after certain verifications. So Web 3, because we're dealing with funds, money, user assets, the security comes first. So we haven't got to a point where we're keeping everything super secure but super easy. Security kind of goes inverse proportional to ease of use. So we have to put in many security procedures, which hopefully with the improvements in technology, we can reduce those. Having said that, we have done a lot of work to improve the user experience. Even in KYC, we're now adopting local KYC procedures in each country or each region, so that we use local government databases, we use local vendors that specialize in those solutions. We use driver licenses in particular places. So we're trying to localize the solution as much as possible.
Following on the CeFi and DeFi comparison, I also would like to ask your thoughts on mass adoption, because we've been talking about this for a few cycles. So what would you think would be the trigger of mass adoption for crypto or blockchain technology? And would it be killer app, the application, or tech breakthrough, or even regulation, which I may ask later, or anything else? So in terms of progress, where are we now on the progress?
Yeah, so which one's going to be the trigger, which one's going to be the next trigger for mass adoption is always very tricky. It changes over time. And I honestly admit, I don't have the ability to predict. So at the beginning of 2013, I would not have said, Bitcoin is going to take off in a big way when I started looking into Bitcoin. Beginning of 2017, January 2017, I would not have talked about ICOs. I barely knew ICOs from May 2017. But by June, we did our own. And 2017 was the ICO year. Everybody is doing ICOs. Beginning of 2020, I probably would not have said NFTs, but NFTs was that was DeFi. DeFi was all the rage in 2020, by mid-2020. 2021 was NFTs. So at the beginning of those years, I would not be able to say that, and they all happened. So I think it's important that we provide a ecosystem for people to try different things, and different things may take off at different times. Today, if you were to ask me to say something today, I would say the fact that many governments are really trying to control crypto may actually be the trigger to make crypto grow, because they're trying to control by shutting down banks, shutting down fiat access, putting more restrictions in the traditional financial markets, which actually pushes more people into crypto, which is doing the reverse of what they want to do. The best way to keep people in traditional markets is to lower the fees, make the transactions easier, and make the user experience better. So that would be better. I think the lack of improvements in the traditional financial sectors are going to be the next push, the current push, I think, which we're seeing.
Thank you, CZ. Lastly, I would like to hear, looking ahead into the next year or two, what parts or areas of the Web3 world will get you excited?
I think there's many different parts. I think I focus more on the fundamental applications of it, less so on the what I call experiments or the early innovations. So that's kind of my personality anyway. So once something is proven to be working, I like to figure out how to make it become available to hundreds of millions of people, hopefully billions of people. So I think there's many experiments of which are very fascinating. NFTs in Bitcoin and other newer, faster blockchains, payments in using crypto. But fundamentally, I think we still got to crack the wallet problem. So today, the wallets are not easy enough for people to hold their crypto securely. I think that's the biggest blocker for this for crypto adoption. So so there's many different things, but for Binance, we are more of a platform provider to have giving people access to crypto, and also giving projects to the access to the crypto ecosystem and crypto users. So that's kind of our view. There's many things I'm very excited about, to be honest.
Thanks again to CZ for your candid and insight for sharing. May I invite everyone to join me and give CZ another big round of applause. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Deng Chao. Thank you. Yeah, bye-bye.
Thank you, gentlemen, for intriguing and inspiring talk. Thank you very much.